Hey everyone, welcome back to Brew and Boost. I'm Emily.
And I'm Jake. Today's story: Tesla's stock just took a nosedive, and Elon Musk might have helped push it over the edge.
Yup, he announced his own political party, and investors are not exactly cheering.
All right, quick quiz for you, Emily. What new law triggered Musk to launch the America Party? A law that slashed EV tax credits, B, a law banning social media for CEOs, or C, a law increasing subsidies for Tesla?
I'm going to go with A. That sounds like something he'd get mad about.
We'll reveal the answer at the end of the episode, so stick around. But first, let's jump into today's conversation and see how this all played out.
Tesla's stock took a dive again. Musk just announced his own political party.
Yeah, I saw that. He really can't stop stirring the pot, can he?
Investors are so fed up, they just want him to focus on running Tesla.
Especially now that those EV tax credits are getting axed. Terrible timing.
That's going to drag down sales even more, especially in the US.
And short sellers are jumping on it. They made a fortune off yesterday's dip.
He keeps saying he's focused, but then pulls stunts like this.
Honestly, he's becoming a party pooper for his own brand.
All right, let's take a closer look at today's conversation. We'll break it down line by line so everything makes sense, even the tricky parts.
First up, Tesla's stock took a dive again. Musk just announced his own political party. Stock took a dive is an idiomatic way to say the stock price dropped suddenly and sharply. It's very common in financial news. And the reason? Elon Musk announced he's starting a political party called the America Party. That surprised a lot of people, and not in a good way.
Right? When a CEO makes a political move like that, it can shake investor confidence. People want to know he's focused on the company, not starting political drama. Then we hear, yeah, I saw that. He really can't stop stirring the pot, can he? Stirring the pot is such a vivid expression. It means causing drama, tension, or controversy, often just to provoke a reaction. And that's kind of Musk's style, right? He tweets, he makes sudden announcements. It definitely keeps things spicy.
It also makes investors nervous. They don't want surprises, they want predictability. Stirring the pot isn't great for business stability. Next line, investors are so fed up, they just want him to focus on running Tesla. When someone is fed up, it means they're completely frustrated or tired of something. In this case, investors have lost patience. They want Musk to put his energy into Tesla, not distractions.
It's a really natural expression in everyday speech, too. Like, I'm fed up with all this traffic or fed up with the noise next door. It's casual, but strong. Then we hear, especially now that those EV tax credits are getting axed, terrible timing. There's a lot packed into this one. EV stands for electric vehicles, like Tesla cars. And tax credits are government incentives that reduce the cost for buyers. If those are getting axed, it means they're being cut or canceled.
And that's bad news for Tesla. Losing those credits makes the cars more expensive, which could hurt sales. So Musk choosing this moment to launch a political party? Yeah, terrible timing. The next line is, that's going to drag down sales even more, especially in the US. To drag down means to lower something, weaken it, or reduce its performance. So here, they're saying Tesla's sales might drop even further, especially without those government incentives.
The phrase works in all kinds of contexts, too. Like, one bad team member can drag down the whole project. It's a useful one to know. Then we get, and short sellers are jumping on it. They made a fortune off yesterday's dip. Short sellers are people who bet that a stock will go down. When it does, they make money. And yesterday's dip just means the stock dropped the day before, so those short sellers cashed in.
That's part of what makes stock markets so reactive. When a big name like Tesla drops, there are always people ready to profit off it. The next line is, he keeps saying he's focused, but then pulls stunts like this. Here we get another great idiom, pulls stunts. That means doing something dramatic or attention-seeking, often unexpectedly. It's not a compliment. It suggests the person is being reckless or immature.
Exactly. Saying he pulled a stunt is kind of like saying, what was he thinking? and coming right after promising to stay focused, it just feels off. And finally, honestly, he's becoming a party pooper for his own brand. Party pooper is someone who ruins the fun, or in this case, ruins the momentum or good mood around a company. It's kind of playful, but it also makes a serious point. Musk might be hurting Tesla's image with all this extra drama.
And what's ironic is that he's literally launching a party, the America Party, but the only thing he seems to be spoiling is investor confidence.
So there you have it. Every line unpacked, every idiom explained.
Now that you've got the full picture, let's listen to the dialogue one more time and see how much more you catch this time around.
Tesla's stock took a dive again. Musk just announced his own political party.
Yeah, I saw that. He really can't stop stirring the pot, can he?
Investors are so fed up, they just want him to focus on running Tesla.
Especially now that those EV tax credits are getting axed. Terrible timing.
That's going to drag down sales even more, especially in the US.
And short sellers are jumping on it. They made a fortune off yesterday's dip.
He keeps saying he's focused, but then pulls stunts like this.
Honestly, he's becoming a party pooper for his own brand.
Expression spotlight.
All right, now that we've heard the full dialogue again, it's time to slow it down and really dive into today's 5 key expressions.
These are all super natural, super common in real conversations, but also tricky if you only know the literal meaning. So let's break them down. First up, stir the pot. This one's vivid. Think of a soup that's just starting to simmer. You stir it and it bubbles more. That's exactly what this phrase is doing, causing things to heat up.
When someone stirs the pot, they're making a situation more intense, usually by bringing up something controversial or adding drama. Not to solve anything, but to get a reaction. Like she stirred the pot at dinner by asking about politics right away.
What I love about this phrase is how flexible it is. It can be playful, like teasing someone just to get a rise out of them, or serious, like when someone intentionally fuels conflict.
It's all about the tone. If someone says he's just stirring the pot with a smirk, they might find it funny. But say it with frustration. It means that person is really getting in the way.
And in Musk's case, launching a political party right after promising to stay focused, that's classic pot-stirring behavior.
Next, we've got fed up. This one is simple, but the emotional weight behind it is strong. If someone's fed up, they've hit their breaking point. They've been putting up with something for too long, and they're done.
You'll hear this everywhere. I'm fed up with this traffic. I'm fed up with waiting around. It's everyday language, but emotionally loaded.
What makes it tricky is that fed usually makes you think of food. But here, it has nothing to do with eating. It's more like you're full, not with food, but with frustration.
It's useful too, because it works for both serious and casual situations. You can be fed up with your internet connection or with someone's behavior at work. The phrase doesn't need big words to carry big emotion. Third on the list, axed. To axe something is to cut it, fast and without warning. Think of chopping down a tree. It's not a soft ending, it's sudden and final.
And you see it all the time in news headlines. Netflix axed the series. The government axed the program. It's blunt and usually means the decision wasn't popular.
I also think there's something emotional about this word. It's not just ended. It suggests someone got rid of it in a harsh or cold way.
Right? You wouldn't say, we axed our vacation plans unless it felt dramatic. So when Maya says EV tax credits are getting axed, you can feel the urgency. Like this isn't just a change, it's a blow.
And just to note, it's more informal. It's great for speech, headlines, or casual writing, but you probably wouldn't use it in a formal business proposal.
Our fourth expression is drag down. If something is dragging you down, it's making things worse, slowing your progress, lowering performance, or even killing the mood.
It has this slow, heavy feeling, not like a sudden fall, but something weighing on you over time. Like the extra paperwork is dragging down productivity, or his constant complaining is dragging down the whole team.
It works in emotional contexts too. This weather is dragging me down means it's affecting your mood, not just your plans.
And in the business world, like in today's story, it makes perfect sense. Losing tax incentives could drag down Tesla's sales, not overnight, but gradually. That's what makes it such a useful phrase. It captures that ongoing decline. And finally, pull a stunt. This one's got attitude. If you say someone pulled a stunt, you're not usually praising them. You're calling them out for doing something outrageous, unnecessary, or just plain reckless.
It's the kind of thing someone might do to get attention or to shock people, even if it causes trouble. Like he pulled a stunt by quitting in the middle of a meeting. Or she pulled a stunt at the wedding by wearing a white dress, and she wasn't the bride.
The phrase works especially well when someone's being dramatic just to make a point. And that's why it fits Musk's move. Starting a political party while leading a major company? That's a stunt if we've ever seen one.
What's interesting is it doesn't always mean the action failed, but it usually suggests that the person's judgment is questionable.
It can carry a tone of disbelief too. Like, really? You thought that was a good idea? So yeah, when someone pulls a stunt, people notice, but not always in a good way.
All right, we've unpacked the dialogue, broken down some sharp expressions, and hopefully helped you hear English a little differently today.
And it's always amazing how much real-world language you can pull from one short conversation.
Totally. And before we go, let's get back to that quiz I dropped on you earlier.
Oh yeah, about what pushed Musk to launch his America Party.
You guessed it had something to do with EV tax credits being cut, and that was absolutely right. When those credits disappeared, it hit Tesla's bottom line, and Musk reacted in the most Elon way possible, by jumping into politics.
A classic Musk move, bold, dramatic, and totally unpredictable.
Just like today's expressions.
So go try one out. Drop pull a stunt or fed up into your next text message and see how it feels.
We'll be back tomorrow with more stories, more English, and hopefully fewer party poopers.
Until then, keep brewing your English.
And keep boosting your skills. This was Brew and Boost. Catch you next time.